Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, welcome to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather daily to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today, with us, we have the pleasure of having Deborah Ramos. She is a certified spiritual response therapy practitioner. She is a master Reiki, certified angel practitioner, certified medium, and angel therapy practitioner, also an archangel life coach, archangelic life coach. Before starting with Deborah, we want to remind you that Mindalia's mission is to share information that can help raise the level of consciousness around the world. You can help us by subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment on this video, or sharing it with someone that you know that is going to benefit of the content that we're going to be talking here today. Also, while we are live streaming, we have the active chat, the screen that you're going to be seeing here on our side or under the video if you are from a smartphone, and through there you can interact with us. We also want you to collaborate with Mindalia with your own valuable content, and for that you can go to our website. On the top you're going to find a link that says collaborate with Mindalia. That link is going to take you to a form that you can fill out. Our technical team will be getting in contact with you. You can collaborate with Mindalia in English through Mindalia TV English, but you can also do it in Portuguese through Mindalia Televisao and in Spanish through Mindalia Televisión. We want you to know that we are sharing daily information on the three channels. We want you to visit our channels and to subscribe, to give us a thumbs up, to go to our Facebook pages and Instagram accounts, because with that, you not only help us reach as much people in the planet as possible, but you also keep yourself updated with the information that is being shared there on a daily basis. I'm not delaying this any further, and I have now the honor of saying, welcome to Mindalia live streaming. Deborah, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you. How are you?
Doing great and excited about the conversation that we are going to be having with you today.
Thank you, Mirna,
I
for the invitation. It's a pleasure for me to share with you today.
is our honor actually to be able to have you and to take advantage of the knowledge that you have. I understand that you've been helping people for quite some time now, that you are not only practicing but you also teach. Can you tell us a little bit more about let's start by your passion. I know you do the spiritual response therapy, but there's a lot of other things that you do. Which one is your favorite, and how do you help other people?
Well, I will say that I don't have exactly one of favorite spiritual tools that I work with, because everything depends on what the person needs. I always tell my student that it's good to have several tools in your toolbox because each person is different. So regarding which one is the best, it depends on what the person needs. So, for example, if the person has many blocks in their life, in this different aspect of their life, in the economic or relationship or health, I would recommend spiritual response therapy because you do a clearing and research from different blocks that the person might have from past lives, and it's blocking the present life. So, depending if that's the way that I can help the person, that's why I use that one. Sometimes people need to help, let's say, with more daily basis things. So I recommend the angel therapy, for example, and I teach them how to connect with the angels and the guardian angels, because angels, we have angels, all of us have angels. So it's something that the person can easily work with, right? And if the person needs to heal a grief for any kind of loss, not only because they lose a family member, or they felt that they lose something, a very hard divorce or anything. We work with mediumship, angelic mediumship. So
Wow.
it's depending what the person needs really.
Wow. Can we talk a little bit of each?
Yeah, of course, of
Tell
course.
me about let's start with the spiritual response therapy. What
Yes.
is it?
Well, spiritual response therapy is a spiritual process where we do research and clearing blocks from past life, from the Akashic records. The Akashic record is like I like to call it like a virtual library where it's everything is recorded where we were since we were a little sparkle light in the God's head until this incarnation. So it is based on this is not the only incarnation we have. We have many other incarnations. So sometimes depending of the it's not the event, it's more the energy that is attached to the event in past life can block the life of the person in the present life. So, for example, let's say that a person has had religious life in past life, and maybe they have active one of the vows from this, religious life. For example, one of the more common is the poverty vow, and the person can, try to earn money and have a good level of life economically, and they cannot have it because they have this active vow. So you do
Wow.
the high self, that is the connection with the divine. It's a committee that everybody has, even though people they don't know that they have it, but you have it. Everybody have it. Um, so this um, committee goes to the Akashic records and do the research and clear whatever is need to be clear, so the person can have a more, harmony life.
Is there a reason for those blockages to be still present in our lives? Are we meant to outgrow them? Are we meant to learn from them? Is it like cheating if you remove them?
No, you're not cheating. The thing is that the soul, things that has unresolved from those past lives, and the soul feel that needs to learn from them, they bring them back, to this incarnation and learn from them, because the soul has the belief that they need to learn through the pain and not through the love. So that's why we find people with so many big challenges in life, because the soul put these challenges and it's based on what they had in past life. So they bring them back. So, okay, it's like when you are in high school or you are in the school and you miss a subject, you have to repeat it, more or less. You can say that. So they bring them back to try to release it, to release that energy.
And vows, like the vow, for example, or celibacy vow, we actually can carry that for how long? Like
Oh
until
yeah,
it's clear? Does it ever clear by itself?
no, no. The soul can try, but it's gonna take more incarnation to do it than using the SRT that is gonna do in a session.
So
That you do with a person.
definitely no vows. You wouldn't recommend anybody like during their present incarnation to be doing like the "I'm gonna love you forever and ever" vows. Not a good advice.
Well, we have a chart 24 that has to do with minor vows, and those vows that we do when we get married, sometimes they stay active because we can clear also present life stuff, of course. And some people, I have people, in my sessions that they say, okay,
Hmm.
I got divorced 20 years ago. I've been trying to get another partner in my life, and I don't find anybody. And guess what? When we check, they send me to that chart. It says minor vows, and I receive information. Oh, your marriage vows are not active. So if you tell your boyfriend or that
Significant
time,
other.
yeah, exactly. You tell her, I'm gonna love you forever. I'm gonna be faithful forever, and that vow is still active, even though you have been 20 years,
Apart.
apart. Anyway, it's active. It's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect your relationships, or maybe
Wow.
you from past life you have bad relationships, and your soul decide, you know what, I'm gonna stay alone because I don't want to. It's what we call benefit program, that the soul wants to get something positive like protection, and the payoff is something negative. For example, be alone all the time. So
Wow.
it's very interesting.
I can only imagine how interesting it is. And in regards to the angelic therapy, can you tell me if I knew nothing about this and I ask you who are the angels? What are they?
Well, the
What
angels,
would you answer?
the angels are gift of God. Their name means messengers. And many people tell me, I can talk with God directly without the angels. And that's true. But the thing is that, whatever you want to call him, God, the creator, the source, has a very high vibration. And normally people wants to get divine guidance when they are in that low vibration. They are desperate and stressed or they have problems. So the vibration of the person is very low. So even though you're talking to God and God is answering you, you can, you can receive the message because you are in a different frequency. It's like when I explain to the people, I say, it's like you're trying to get a FM program in a AM,
Radio.
radio. Yeah, you're never gonna get it because it's a different frequency. So that's why God gave us these wonderful beings, the angels and the archangels, so they can be that link
They're
in
like
those
an
moments.
interface.
Yeah, because they have a lower vibration than the source, and they have more vibration than us. So it's in the middle, and they're gonna be that link.
Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. So the angels, basically what they want, they don't want us to adore them or pray them. They just want to help us to be happy because they are trying to accomplish the divine plan that God has for our planet. That is that everybody is in peace, everybody is in harmony, and when they are trying to help us with our regular stuff to be happy, to be in peace, at the end, it my peace, your peace, and the peace of everyone else is gonna be in all together to get that bigger plan that God has for us. So that's why they want to help us in order to accomplish with that bigger plan that God
Mm.
has for the planet.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. How did you started with this? Like, what life circumstances have you always had this gift? How did it happen to you that you ended up working people through this very unusual tool?
Well, I have the blessing to grow up. I'm from Venezuela. My mom and my dad, they used to study metaphysics. Connie Mendes.
Connie Méndez, of course. Palabras de acentavo.
Exactly.
Love it.
So from my family side, we talk about angels, the guardian angel and those stuff. But the really thing that um, make me do it openly to the people was basically it wasn't with the angels. The angels I opened to the public later. My first contact with people with the spiritual work was SRT. And the reason was because, and that was in 1997,
Wow.
I lost my first baby. And one of the things that we do when we have that is, okay, what did I do that God allowed this to happen, right? And in that time, I was, with the angels. I say, well, I'm a good person. I work with angels, and why this is happening to me,
We
right?
tend to understand that, sorry to interrupt you, as if it was a punishment. We can see that maybe it's not a punishment, but actually just a life contract or soul contract or something like that.
No, it's the decision of the soul because each soul has the free will. So my baby, decided it was going to come with a very big challenges, and the soul changed their mind, and she decided not come, don't come with, didn't come to this problem. So it's not God. God, like any other father, they want the best for you. Doesn't want you to punish you because you didn't do anything wrong.
Mhm.
So that's why I decided to my friend, she was working with SRT in Venezuela, and that time she was starting, and I found her. I went to church, because I was mad at God because my baby, all this problem, and I found her, and she told me, God doesn't intervene in that. I'm gonna tell you how it works. So I did a session with her. As when I saw SRT, I said, "Oh my gosh!" For me it was like a great news that I need to share with everyone. That is God is love, and you have your free will, and God just want to help you
Yeah.
with whatever you need. and he doesn't send all these illnesses or stuff. So that's why as soon I learned how to do SRT, I want to teach others how to achieve what I achieved. The answer that I was looking for
For how long have you doing it now?
since 1997,
Wow.
and I've been teaching since 2000 because
Wow.
yes, they require 2 years of practicing, and
Okay.
and then yeah. So I've been with the angels, my meditation, all this. I got a really really great experience about it because when I was 17 years old, I suffered with cancer. So I am a cancer survivor, and one of the things that helped me to stay in peace of mind while I was doing my chemo and all my stuff for 2 years was the angels and meditation.
Wow.
Talking to my cells and telling them, you know, you're gonna be health. I want to be healthy. So your cells, you're gonna get healed. And that was every day for 15 minutes doing that meditation.
Affirmations.
Yeah, affirmations. Yeah.
If someone wanted to be in more contact with the angelic realm, if someone wanted to welcome them and allow them to work around and help, what will be the proper approach for that?
Open your heart and ask help. That's the best.
That simple?
Yeah, because the angels are always around us, always, yeah, and they just waiting for us to open our heart and give them the opportunity and the authorization to help us. Of course, they are allowed to intervene without us asking when it's an emergency, and it's not our time to go back home. Okay, so in that case, it's that kind of wonderful miracles that you sometimes see, that, oh, I was in an accident, an angel came and helped me. And actually I have an experience with the angels. Well, it was my mom. It was regarding me, but it was my mom. When they were doing my operation for my cancer, it was in a leg. I'm O negative, my blood, and I
Okay.
lost a lot of blood. So in the hospital, they didn't have my kind of blood to do a
Transfusion.
yeah, transfusion. Yes, and my mother was so desperate because she didn't have my type of blood. So she said that she just went out of this hospital and she prayed. I said, God help me, please. I need to find somebody to give blood to my mom. And she said that suddenly a lady came from nowhere, and I said, she put the hands here in her shoulder. I said, I can help you. What kind of blood your daughter has? He said, "Oh, negative." He said, "That's my kind of blood. I go. Let me go. I'm gonna give you my blood." So it was from body to body because the hospital didn't have it. And let me tell you, nobody knew who was her. Nobody remembered the lady. Uh, my mom was looking for her to give her the thanks. She disappeared.
Wow.
So, and even the Bible show you stories, especially with Archangel Raphael,
Okay.
show you stories about how the angels and the archangels sometimes take a physical body in order to help people. And we in the family, we are almost sure that that was an angel, was miracle, because from nowhere. And after that, the nurses, and
Wasn't
I don't
there.
remember her name, so, and it was blood. It's not something that you don't can register to somebody you know
Exactly. Wow, that's incredible. That's amazing. So it's that simple. Open yourself, open your heart, and allow them to help you.
Yeah, and with faith, because they are really really messenger of God that wants to help you.
Okay.
Mhm.
And can you tell me a little bit about the mediumship? You also do mediumship and you're certified. How do you get certified for mediumship?
Oh well, it was a lady, Doreen Virtue. She used to teach certified classes for that, because we have the gift of mediumship. Everybody has it. Some people, they just feel afraid of what they're feeling, or when they see somebody dead. But the thing is that these beings sometimes they just need help, and they approach you because when they see that you can see them, that you can feel them, that you can hear them, they just want you to um, give you information for the families, or give help. So when I was a little kid, I was afraid of this kind of stuff that I felt, and my mother used to help me with the guardian angel and the normal things that we do. But actually, with this lady, she really helped me how to put together and how to work it out in a safe way. Okay, because the mediumship that I work with is the archangel mediumship.
What's the difference between the other mediumship?
That we all only work with uh, deceased people that went to the light. So a soul that is attached to the earth energy,
Mhm.
airborne, we don't work with them. It's not because
Okay.
we cannot help them. It's because you don't want challenging information from them, because normally they have a very low vibration.
Okay. And
So
do you need to be in their vibration in order to be able to communicate? Like, can you align and like adjust your own energy in order to tune to the frequency of one type of beings or the other?
that's why we work with archangels. The archangels is like
Okay.
they do a circle of protection, and they're
Hmm.
gonna allow only the people that you are calling. Okay, and one of the things that I like about mediumship is not about not doing a show or something. Oh, I see somebody around you. No, no, no. The objective of the archangel mediumship is to help people to heal the grief. I had people
Okay.
in my session that have been in grief for 20 years. I can't believe that. One gentleman, he came, and he has a very hard fight with his dad. The day before the dad died, he had been 20 years.
Grieving.
He's grieving, thinking, my dad died, and I didn't, resolve my issue with him. So
Wow.
when he was here, he came to my session, and when you work with this low ones that are in light, they are very, very sweet. They are, they're very compassion, because they know they have done the review of life, and they know what they done wrong or what they did right. And he was so sweet to tell his son, don't worry about it, I love you. You my dad didn't have anything to do with our discussion, so
Wow.
I just want you to live in peace. And this person changed his face. So
Wow.
that's great. When you see people that they heal, and many people think, okay, when the loved one die in an accident, or they, have a sudden death, they don't know. They want to know what is the loved one is fine. So in the
Closing.
relationship, the session is to heal, so you can get the answers that you want.
And be free. Who gets who gets the better release? The one that is gone or the one that is here on earth?
Both.
The relief would be for the living, right?
For both, because imagine this, what I tell my students when I teach them mediumship. So imagine that you are going to a beautiful island. There is no internet, no phone, nothing, no communication at all, and you're having your great time of your life. You would like to know your family, wherever they are, that you are great, that you are happy, that you're in peace, but you don't have any kind of communication with them. So suddenly you find somebody in the island and say, oh, I'm gonna go to, for example, I live in Miramar, Florida. I'm going to Miramar, Florida. Oh, that's my town. Oh, can I give you a letter for my family, so they can know that I'm fine, that I'm having the time of my life, that I'm in peace. Would you do that?
Of
That's what
course.
we do. That's what we do. Okay, it's trying to be that channel between this person that is in the other side and the person that is here, and they just want to know that each other is fine and in peace. And
Wow.
it's a very nice work.
That actually sounds very beautiful. Do you want to share with us maybe like a very moving healing experience that one of your patients or your students have had?
Yeah, sure. Well, let me see, because I have so many. Okay, I can give you one. It was a lady. She came. Actually, she came from Venezuela. She was a doctor, and she came because she wants to talk with her mom that is deceased, of course. And I said, okay, awesome. Let's connect with her. So she gave me the name and everything. And normally in the session, we ask to the deceased one, please give me any information that only you and your family or your person that is in front of me knows that information, so they know that you are here.
Wow.
So this lady came, the mother came, and when I told her that, she said, "Tell my daughter that Jesus receives me with open arms." So, I told her, because one of the things that I told the people when I'm teaching this you just say whatever you receive, because maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but for the person, it's going to make totally sense. So I told the lady, "Well, your mom is here," and she said that thank you for everything you did for her, and Jesus received her with open arms. She started crying, and she said, "Okay, so I give the message that they want," and she, at the end of the session, she told me, "I'm gonna tell you why my mom said that." She said that because she was a doctor when her mom was almost dying, she was taking the pulse and the vital
Hmm.
signs. And when she noticed that she was almost leaving the body, she grabbed the a picture of Jesus, the mercy,
Okay.
and she grabbed her mom's arm, and she said, "Jesus, please receive my mom with open arms, because I giving you my mom, and
Wow.
receive it, please." So for her, it was very quick that she would say, "Okay, that's my mom."
Yeah, it was the last words they wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
so she wants her daughter to know, first, thank you for everything you've done for me. And second one, you say, you helped me you gave me to Jesus, and Jesus received me, you know?
Wow.
So that was very beautiful.
That yeah, it sounds completely yeah, beautiful. And how is the archangelic life coaching?
Well,
How
the Archangel Life Coach is basically like a normally coach, but your coach here is the Archangel. So it's doing a reading, a life purpose reading.
wow.
So the angels, especially Archangel Michael, that is the one that work with life purpose, is gonna give you, you know, steps that you can do in order to uh, achieve whatever you want to achieve, any change that you want to achieve in your life. So it basically doing a reading, but the angels is the ones that is gonna tell you the steps. And you have different sessions, so we can see how your goals are going on, and etc. So it's very interesting. But it's the archangels. We are just the facilitator.
With that toolbox that you handle, that you manage, which is very diverse, do you help people heal only like emotional or trauma, or is there also a possibility for healing physical ailment?
Well, the interesting of working with energetic healing is basically we using the energy of the universe, and when we do that, we are just facilitator. We are supporting health. Sometimes when the things come from discordant energies, or because you're not harmonizing in your body, when you do or Reiki, or you do angel therapy, what we're doing is taking this energy from the universe to put everything in the natural state. And sometimes, in the physical, it's gonna be reflected on the physical, because the reason was energetic.
Wow.
Because for example, with SRT, we can diagnose or prescribe, because we are not doctors.
Mhm.
What we do is an energetic healing. But sometimes that can be reflected on the physical, because the energetic negative energy is affecting the physical. So when you release it, you see changes. For example, in allergies, in pains, especially when you work with, for example, with angel therapy. Sometimes between people can be created what they call etheric cords, that is
Okay.
fused with discordant energy. And it's that kind of energy that, for example, you say, I don't know, I get mad, I don't know why, and I have a pain in my back. And what you have is a etheric core with somebody that is really mad, maybe a friend, your best friend, or your mom or your dad, that you were just talking about something, yeah, and they got mad, and they have energy based fear, and then you feel that pain in the body. So when you ask the angels to cut those etheric cords, the pain disappears.
Wow.
Because the root was energy. It
So-
wasn't physical. It was reflecting on the physical, but it wasn't physical.
wow. Okay. Okay. I understand. That's that's amazing. That's incredible.
It works. It was. It really works.
How is your lifestyle? Because we all learn, we get so much information. We are in the era of knowing and researching, but actually, for what I've seen, it's very hard to bring that to practice. It's very hard to actually, be able to live the lifestyle and use the tools for your own,
Hmm.
self development. How do you handle that? How is that in your life when something happens, someone cuts you off in traffic, or things are not flowing the way you are supposed to, or the way you are expecting? Do you have someone that actually coaches you, like one hand washes the other, or how do you keep that your own balance?
Well, let me tell you something. When we work with the spiritual, I always say to my students, the fact that we work with spiritual tools doesn't make us immune to things. Is what it gave us is the opportunity to see how to react, how to work with, and how to learn from them. So normally, what I do, for example, the example that you gave me is funny. Somebody calls you with a car. You know, I just breathe and I call Archangel Chamuel. I send unconditional love, so I don't, get hooked with this person. I feel
Don't
bad.
let me fall in the pit.
Yeah, and it's not easy because I'm a human being, of course, but just the tools give you options. So you breathe and you center yourself and call the angel and say, okay, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to see about this that this happened? You know,
Yes.
and in that way, you just release it, and you ask the angel, because sometimes you're human and you can be mad for things that you see or happen, and just breathe and say, you know what, angels, help me clear myself, and they do it. And also, of course, I have my husband that he works in the spiritual works too. So in worst case scenario, I just ask him,
Help
grab
me.
your binder with your charts, SRT charts, and clear my energy, because I can handle it, because we're humans. The fact that we are teachers and spiritual teachers is to have the tools to resolve.
Okay. Do you ever, is there a risk, since you work with so many people and so many levels of energy? Is there a risk of actually catching some of that and of that sticking with you, or do you have a way of preventing that from happening?
No, we have ways. We are what we call responsible or space to do clearings before and after you do the session with the person, because people come from this, to clear discordant energy. So we learn how to put shields around us or the place, and be responsible for your space and clear them. You can do it with SRT, or you can do it with the angels.
Wow.
Hmm.
Thank you. This has been a very nutritious conversation. I want to thank you. We're gonna start wrapping up, and once again, thank you for allowing us, being a channel for you to say what you wanted to say today. How
Thank you.
can our audience find you, Deborah?
Huh?
How can our audience find you?
Oh, okay. Well, I have my Instagram,
Okay.
uh, Deborah Ramos, like my name, 444. That's my Instagram. I have my Facebook also, Deborah Ramos 07. And they have my I have my website, www.deborahramos.com.
And
So
they can contact you through any of those sources.
yeah, or they can email me, deborahramos07 at gmail.com.
Thank you. Thank you again. Also, to our audience, thank you for being with us. Don't leave without subscribing, without leaving us a thumbs up. And remember that you can collaborate with Mindalia with your own valuable content. For that, you can go to our website. You're gonna find on the top a link. It says collaborate with Mindalia, and that link takes you to a form that you can fill out. And you can actually bring your own valuable knowledge in Portuguese through Mindalia Televisao, English through Mindalia TV English, and Spanish through Mindalia Televisión. Thank you again, and from our heart to yours, a big, big hug. Have a good day. Bye, Deborah. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Vilma. Bye.